Hello and all, it is I, Loonatic. Jesus, it's been so long since I've said that. Honestly, it's breathtaking to say it again. Honestly, I'll explain why I've been lacking in the in uploading at the end of the video. So please stay tuned to that. Honestly, I'm so sorry, but hopefully this video can make do. Embarrassing stories. We've all had them. We all wish to forget them as well. Although, some of us choose to immortalize them forever. Whether that be through a story that's written and read on some small YouTube channels that eventually has the video deleted. A story about shit. Or through somebody recording a story of them discussing a very embarrassing sexual encounter. All very specific stories that can all be mixed together into one big shitty video that eventually causes you to suffer secondhand embarrassment and delete the video. But this video isn't about me. I feel I need to clarify. No, I didn't have a sexual encounter regarding shit. The less said about it, the better. Those that know, you know. I'm not going to go any further. This video, however, is about listening to embarrassing stories. Stories specifically about dating someone specifically who is a squirter. I'd say you got lucky dating a gardener. That was awful. That was absolutely awful. Jesus Christ.
Hey guys, I'm going to tell you a story about a girl I dated many years ago. She was a squirter, and she didn't tell me she's a squirter. I found out the hard way.
How do you not know someone's a squirter? It's stupid to assume that he's going to talk through her sex resume before sex to find out what her skills are, to find out whether she's a squirter or not. But I thought it was a thing that all women could do. Female viewers, correct me if I'm wrong, please. And the fact that he ends it with, I found out the hard way, it leads it to be an awfully disgusting video. I mean, don't get me wrong, squirting is a normal part of life. But not many people come back from a squirting relationship with, I found out the hard way, being the only way to describe it. I don't quite know.
So, I met her. I used to go to the Renaissance fairs a lot and play pirate and stuff.
Ironic he was a pirate and dated a water specialist.
And that's how I met her.
It was fate. She goes out looking for men who also happen to be pirates. And she allows them to get a taste for the 7 seas. That's fucking disgusting. Why did I say that, man?
And then I remember we were, it was the first time that we had sex. We were at her place in El Segundo, and she brought out a beach towel.
That wasn't a red flag for him? You go into town and she's whipping out a towel as if she's going to a beach? I know he says straight after that.
I was thinking, well, okay, maybe she doesn't want anything getting on her bedding, so whatever. I thought it was a little strange, but whatever.
Surely she'd do the cleanest thing and wash the fucking covers, not whip out a beach towel in hopes that it catches all the baby juices you may fling all over the room. I mean, come on.
And we're fooling around and
you know, I've seen some spooky, scary films. I've seen some really gut-wrenchingly disturbing films. But I've not seen anything as horrifying as that look on his face as he says they were fooling around.
She's sitting on my face, and
I feel I know what's coming, but I really don't like it. And neither does he. He looks fucking horrified. Truly, madly, deeply horrified.
And then it felt like it felt like somebody took a bucket of warm salt water and just dumped it in my face.
Oh, good God. It's so fucking bad. Oh, and the descriptions as well don't help. A bucket of warm salt water poured on his face. So fucking awful, man. I suppose the pirate euphemism I said earlier wasn't too far off the truth.
Honey, just show it to them.
And then it felt like it felt like somebody took a bucket of warm salt water and just dumped it in my face. I shouldn't be telling this story. Fuck. This is embarrassing.
The fucking realization. No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't tell this story. This is a lot worse than I expected, and that I set myself up for. I mean, I thought this was gonna be like fucking Randy Pitchford's excuse, like, oh, I thought she was a magician, like a fucking water hose up her vagina. This is a lot worse than I dated a squirter. This is fucking awful. Oh my god, man. This is a lot worse than the shit story I read years ago as well. This is like secondhand embarrassment off the charts. This is like... This is fucking awful. This is absolutely awful. I feel embarrassment for the woman as she squirts on his face. I feel that embarrassment right now. This is awful. This is absolutely vile. I can't admire the balls on him, however. That he's opening himself up for ridicule as he tells a story about how he got a tsunami to the face.
I was thinking, fuck, I'm not sure if this is cool or not after getting gushed in the face.
What the fuck? You weren't sure whether it was cool or not. And of course it's not cool. You almost drowned. You probably got slapped by a fucking fish. That's not cool. What world does he live in? What does he take to make him think that having a tsunami to the face, almost drowning at the hands of this woman, causes uncertainty whether it's cool or not? No, it's not cool. You almost fucking drowned while you're trying to get your mojo on.
Splooshed. I was working, and she called me, and she said, what time you off work? I'm like, fuck, I don't know. I'm gonna be here a while.
You didn't hang up. She almost drowned you in bed. One of the most safest places in the world. While you had your mojo on, and you didn't hang up. He seems like a nice guy. I don't want to judge him for that, because it is rude to hang up on people. His life was at risk. He practically dated fucking Ariel. He just accepts that. You can't just accept that. Come on, man.
Well, how many of you guys are there? And I'm like, well, I'm the last one. I'm the only guy here right now.
Oh, no, you really shouldn't have said that. Bloody hell.
So she showed up at the office with a 6-pack of beer.
And a fucking beach towel over her shoulder as well. I mean, come on, man. You're signing your death sentence here.
And we went into the boardroom, and I crammed her right on the big table.
Alright, so long story short, he doesn't get drenched again, and he doesn't fuck her on his boss's desk.
No, I actually like my boss.
So, in a weird way, it's a happy ending. In a very weird way. I mean, the video's awful, but I did have to show it to a few friends. Oliver Obbs, Jester Jones, who actually showed it a bit on stream. I'll put a clip on of that.
Let's show people. So this guy right here kind of reminded me of commentary era Jester.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you a story about a girl I dated many years ago. She was a squirter. So I met her.
Like his mannerisms, the way he speaks. Is this my dad? Is this like my? I've been looking dad. He's probably funnier than I don't
Buzz
know.
fairs a lot and play pirate and stuff.
But this guy, I saw a video of his saying he found a world record shit in toilet. Yeah, it's good. It seems fucking funny. I don't know. I don't ever watch commentary shit anymore, but I feel like maybe I could watch him. I don't know. I need to like give his shit a chance and just see if I enjoyed it. Cause his shit does seem pretty fucking funny.
Now, that's not the end of Jay's stories. No. Not by a long shot. He has shit stories as well. Luckily, he's the one telling them and I don't have to tell them. I'm going to go with one of the more tamer stories, one of his first ever stories about shit, and see what we have to deal with.
Okay, so my last video, explosive diarrhea stories, was an explosive hit.
Already off to a great start.
I used to joust on horseback with a group of guys, and we used to travel all over the western United States. Full contact jousting.
He's a pirate, a knight, a storyteller, and a trucker. If that hat is anything to go by anyway. What a wide career pool. Sorry, I really didn't think of my term of phrase. Probably gave him PTSD. I'm so sorry, Jay, if you're watching this. Didn't mean to give you squirt-infused PTSD.
We stopped at at a big shopping center. We had to pick up some stuff and get gas, check on the horses, stuff like that. And so my brother and I, we had to use the restroom, and we went into a Target store, and we went in there, and I think Steve had to take a crap. I had to pee. I remember taking a leak.
You know, as you do.
And Steve opened up a stall door and freaked out. He said, "Oh my God!" And I'm like, and I didn't look. I was just doing my business, and I just kind of leaned over and I'm like, "Oh, it's that bad, huh?" And he said, I'll never forget the tone. He said, "You gotta come see this."
I don't think I've ever been told by somebody to look at a turd in a toilet. I've never invited people, let alone, in this case, my own brother, to look at a turd before. Is that a normal thing, inviting your family to look at some stranger's shit in the toilet?
I don't want to see somebody else's shit. I'm not a big fan of looking at my own shit. And he said, "No, you get over here right now. You have to see this. You are not going to believe it. You have to see it."
Again, not a typical thing you do when you spy a monster turd looking up at you, winking at you. Well, I do anyway. Just comment on the turd like, "My, that's a monstrous turd." And then you flush it away. You don't look at it and think, "Oh, that'll be cool to show people." Come on.
The door kind of closed again, and with his hand, he kind of slowly like crept it open, like in a fucking horror movie, you know? And I looked. I didn't even have to get into like look down and see what it was. It's very painfully obvious from the door frame what had happened in there. And I hope the guy that left that shit there went to a fucking hospital or something.
So you're telling me there's an arse-tearing shit in the toilet? Something that would cause an arsehole to gape enough to fit an entire planet in there? I'm gonna stop talking at this point.
It was the exact... I mean, I didn't have a tape measure or anything like that, but it looked exactly the same size, length, girth, circumference of a Pringles can.
Perhaps it was a Pringles can, and you encountered the aftermath of a one guy, one can of Pringles video. That's awful to think about.
And it was so long that it was kind of like breaching, you know, the level of the toilet seat lid, you know. So it looked like an island, you know, like sticking out.
Shit island. I can imagine what would happen if his brother didn't look down. God forbid if his brother didn't look down before he decided to take a shit. He would have sat on a turd. He would have tried to go up him, bro. That's awful.
Anyway, so that's a shit story. I got more shit stories, and we're building up to the big ones, the good ones.
I'm going to take your words literally. I don't think any shit could get bigger than that, Jay. But what do I know? All I know is I'm probably going to listen to more of his stories, and I highly advise you do too. But first, I need to recoup. I feel a bit sick, actually. Sorry for the lack of videos. Honestly, I do truly apologize. I've been dealing with school for the past few months, and luckily, I have just left. So I've got this three-month period to fit as many videos as I can in before I start college. So hopefully I can get as many videos as I possibly can out in 3 months. Very hopeful that I can. I really hope you enjoy this, and I'm so thankful for all of you that have stuck by. For the past, 10 months has it been? 10 months since the last proper video like this. I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope it gave you a few laughs, a few belly laughs, possibly, maybe, possibly at Jay's expense. Unfortunately, they are funny stories. Come on. On the topic of Jay, please check out his channel. Honestly, it's going to be linked at the very end and in the description below. He's a funny man with very with very tall tales, and I highly recommend you go and listen to some if you've got the stomach for it. If you do, obviously go and listen to some. They are very funny. And as I said, I've spread it on to a few people: Jester Jones, Oliver Robbs, a few personal friends. With that all being said, thank you all, and farewell.